Hey everybody, welcome back to NSB. So we're at the next step on our little tractor. I've got everything blowed off the main piece, and I've got some parts that came in to catch y'all up with. So, first thing, I got me a good catalog. Turn it up right. I've been getting my stuff from Steiner. They've so far had everything I've needed, and they're a decent price. And at the end of this, I will give you a total running of everything that I put in it. So, first item up the list. Got me a fuel tank. It says for a liner kit, and pretty much it's going to plastic coat the inside of that tank. That tank's going on 80 years old. It doesn't have a hole in it. I just want to reserve it and make it go a lot longer, just in case. It's not going to hurt. So I'm gonna line it. Next, some things I've got. Right here's the lower drive gasket kit, because I have to go through them. Here's the back side of the transmission PTO power takeoff stuff. Don't know if I'll need that yet, but I bought it just in case. Look, something that tractor needed from the day I bought it. Brakes. This has got both brake bands. All I have to do is take my ends off. Hopefully the other ones will thread off there. I probably have to put heat on them, but brand new brakes. Seals. I've got all kind of seals. Them are the axle seals, the power takeoff seal, the other power takeoff seal. Not for sure what this is. They give me some brown cow. That's cool. I guess this is my receipt and everything. It's blistering here in Florida. I got the fan off so you can hear me. So I'm sweating it. We're gonna get through this quick. Also got gas cap, radiator cap, new throw-out bearing, some more seals, which goes inside the lower drive. Even got my new IH for the front, and it comes with 2 stainless screws. Only need the one. So all that I got from Steiner. The final drive bearings we had to order from somebody else, and we'll put this up. But these bearings were hard to find on the final drive for the axles. So I got those 2. And when I get to that, I'll show you why I replaced these 2. That's the parts that we have. So now that, like I said, the tractor's tore apart, it's time to start going back together. To get it back together, I have to start from the foundation and go back the other direction. So the next thing we're going to be doing is working on the main section and getting it ready for everything to be bolted back to it. So let's get started. So we need to get all this clean, brushed up. This axle tube's got to come off. I got a seal to put in. I need to fix a bolt that's broke off right here. This pulley's got to come off, and then a new seal put on. New seal on this shaft. We have to clean, put a new seal, and that's the same seal on the other side. The reason we have to take the tube off. And a new throw-out bearing. pulley to get this seal in here. Let's come on in here and see if I can get you. Pretty much, you have these bolts, you got 3 of them, one here, one here. You tighten down and it squeezes in and locks down. So to remove it, you put these bolts in the threaded part. You're going to push the pulley off. Go around evenly, tighten a little bit on each one. Like a quarter turn. Getting easier now. But you gotta get the center bolt out. I already broke it loose. It's got a slice in it on both sides, so it's tapered, so when you tighten it down, it squeezes down on the shaft. That one came out a little easier. I had to hammer the shit out of it though. So I got the lower drive cleaned up, and this is where I was showing you about that weld they did. It's evidently nickel. See how it shined up nice and pretty. Come all the way around. They came around well, just come out on down, all the way to the pants. They broke that whole ear off at one time. They did a good job. It's welded back nice. So this is the lower gear case, final drive. Got 2 of them. This is the right side, the one that had been broke before. Fortunately, I didn't show everybody taking this off in the other video. Pretty much you got 6 bolts. You got 2 at the top, 2 on each side, and 2 at the bottom. On the right side, these got nuts and bolts. The left hand side, you just got bolts that go straight in the same pattern. They go straight into the transmission. So it's a little bit short axle. This one's the long axle on that side. So I'm going to show you putting this back together, putting the axle back in. So if you need to know how to take it apart, it's pretty much the same way of the opposite of what I'm fixing to do. So first thing, when you get this seal out, so I can put the new seal in, and then we can put it back together. And all these seals have been fighting me pretty hard. Whew, it's a lot of beating, but it came on out. These are big, thick seals. I like them, even though they were leaking. So I got my installed races, but I turn them around backwards. Fits that seal pretty good. So on this side, it actually had a good outer bearing for the axle. The other side had a bad bearing. Man, this thing has got a lot up and down play. It would let that gear jump over that bull gear eventually. But I bought 2 brand new ones. This one needs to come the rest of the way off. This has got a ring so it don't go in too far when you push it in from the other side. I've got a brand new one. Kind of a hard part to find, but Lee found them. So I used a socket to get on. Then you have this key, so you don't want the bearing trying to come back off the axle. I need to flatten it back out. I went right in. That bearing just slid right up in there until it stopped. So at this point, I'm gonna clean my hands. I use Molly Lube metal on metal. Put just a little bit on this. Now we got a Woodruff key that goes in the axle here. Try to get it flush level. Looks nice. This is your brake drum. It's got the key weight. It's where I put a little bit of Molly Lube. So we're going to slide it on. It has a bolt that's going to go in it, so I'm going to put it in before we slide it in there. Where did it go? Here it is. It's a square head bolt with a lock nut on it. So I'm going to get it started. So now the brake drum's going to go on. Going to line that keyway up. That goes in until it stops. Then we take our wrench and we tighten that down. So you can see how the drum went in. It's got the little square headed bolt with the nut to lock nut it. And now it's in the wheel gear spinning. See how that one's rotating as I'm spinning this. Nice and tight. And you can see how the bearing went right in. So now all I gotta do is put that cap on. This is our gasket set. Comes with, there's the back, right here's the back one. This is that little one right here. The pan for the bottom, and then that other one that's just like that one's for that cap right there on that one. We're not taking the bottom apart. Everything's tight and sealed. No sense taking it apart. I am going to take the pans off and drain them and clean them and put them on. But this is our brake. This is the new one. Down here on the floor is the old one. I am going to have to take off that end right there and put on this one because this don't have it. So there's a pin goes in that hole, and that's for this brake piece to go on there. But it's got to go over this. It's going to go right here onto this. But before I do, that's metal on metal. So I'm going to put just a little bit of Molly Lube, and I will tell you, I had hell getting that pin out of there on one of them, so I want to lube that up real nice. Now, this is going to go around like that. Wow. So, pretty much you preload it, put them in there like that, and we'll get them on the tractor. So we have it. Got the foundation all put back together, all sealed up, pretty much ready for a little bit of paint. Got a little bit of spots I need to hit, but we got it happening. So now we can start working on each other piece that's going to go back on this, fixing each one at a time and putting it back on. So that's going to be all for this video. Until next time.